Thank you for taking a moment to watch AVTA's Mobility Forward overview. In the next coming weeks, we will have detailed information about the route, schedule, and service changes that will begin on August 31st, 2020. Until then, we wanted to take a few moments to give you a brief overview of the Mobility Forward vision and a high-level view of the changes coming your way. Through the Mobility Forward project, AVTA seeks to improve the service our riders receive from our system. We have targeted improving the types of services offered as well as overall quality of the AVTA system. AVTA seeks to strengthen the transit system in the Antelope Valley by focusing our resources where we have the highest demand for service. For areas with a lower demand, we seek to apply innovative transportation solutions that will require less resources but provide a higher transit experience. Sounds too good to be true? Well, let's dig into the project a bit deeper. Since January of 2019, AVTA and our consultants at Stantec have researched the AV community. We have studied the current AVTA system, explored service and solutions available, and listened to the voice of our riders through interviews, surveys, focus groups, and public meetings. So what have we discovered? Well, one thing we knew already: many members of our community depend on our transportation services. For many, AVTA is a lifeline, providing means to get to work, school, medical appointments, and much more. The list goes on and on. One challenge we noted was how spread out our service area is and how much the demand for service varies from area to area. Frequent service works well in town where there is more demand, but many rural areas have less demand, causing a need for AVTA to run less frequent service in order to well manage our resources. Managing limited resources means we aren't able to do everything for everyone. We have to make choices on where to apply our resources. Many of AVTA's riders have shared that they have no other options for transportation. When they encounter issues with the inconvenience of our services, reliability, insufficient bus stop amenities, or any other issues, they have no other choice for getting to where they need to go. AVTA does not take this responsibility lightly. We want to improve these riders' transit experience. Some commuters in the AV have shared that they don't feel AVTA's commuter service is competitive when compared to alternatives such as Metrolink or driving. Long-term users of AVTA services report that better coverage is more important to them than frequency. Overall, both riders and non-riders report having a positive impression of AVTA, but the majority of the AV community does not view AVTA as an alternative for their transportation needs. Bottom line, our community reports needing a better transit experience, one with better coverage, and where it is needed, better frequency. Most AV residents, including those commuting, don't see AVTA as their primary choice for transportation. So for the past year, we have been analyzing this research, studying our fixed route system, investigating innovative solutions, and planning a better system. Like many things in life, these changes will need to be rolled out over time. But here's what's coming on August 31st. AVTA seeks to develop a layer-based approach to service design, with frequent service along major corridors and less frequent service in lower demand areas. The frequency layers are labeled as frequent, local, and community. AVTA seeks to provide fixed frequencies that riders can depend on based on the route you are traveling. This may take some fine-tuning over time, but our goal is a system with established set frequencies of 15, 30, and 60-minute intervals. Starting on August 31st, you can experience 15-minute frequencies on the frequent routes, 30 to 40-minute frequencies on the local routes, and 50 to 60-minute frequencies on our community routes. This means without even looking at a schedule, depending on the route you are on, you would know another bus will be along in a set interval for that route. Rural routes with low demand will remain largely unchanged at this time, with more than 66-minute frequencies depending on the time of day. We are also adjusting some of the routes to improve system flow in and out of the transportation centers. Our commuters will experience improved service to Los Angeles and the San Fernando Valley as we coordinate with LA Metro for integrated and more efficient service. And finally, our late-night riders will be introduced to an innovative on-request service. Riders can request or schedule a ride with a smartphone app or by phone call without the long wait for the next bus that sometimes can occur late at night. In the near future, our rural route riders can expect to see an on-request service of their own as we roll out on-request service to routes 50, 51, and 52. Similar to the late-night service, riders will be able to request or schedule a ride with a smartphone app or by phone call without the long wait for the next bus. This presentation may have left you with more questions. That's okay. More information is coming your way in the coming weeks. In the meantime, you can visit our Mobility Forward website at avtamobilityplan.fyi. Thank you for watching.